What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rent aloud, the bombs bursting in our gate proved through the night that our flag was still there. All Satan's spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Well, the fans are certainly into this game. Officials for this game. Andy Van Helleman's getting the call. He got soundly booed here. Good referee, just the people on him a little bit. Linesman Ryan Bozak. Swede Knox to help him out. Andy Moog in goal for the Boston Bruins today. He's played in 39 of the 67 games at 2.80 goals against average and is working on a 2-game win streak. Get something going for the playoffs. He'd love that.
And we're underway. Jacques Cloutier in the nets for Chicago. Doug Wilson in his own end. Poulin starting at center with Gould on the right and Propp on the left. And working it out. Over the line comes Thomas. Moves for a shot and a save by Moog. And the Bruins have to do better checking than that as Thomas really walked in.
A great individual effort by Thomas. And that we don't want to see. Now, I think the Bruins, the key to this game is I think they get better expect to be hit. And hit hard and often. Discipline, stay out of the box. Chicago goaltending suspect, get some shots on them. Take the crowd out of this game. And to do that, you got to be skating and you've got to be scoring.
They really won the faceoffs yesterday, and Poulin won another one there. And here's a 3-on-2 in the middle. Propp, the shot, the save, Cloutier. And Troy Murray winding up. Bork penetrates, keeps it in. Doug Wilson firing it up. Gould checks the play, keeps it in. Poulin looking for Gould, intercepted by Thomas again. A 3-on-2 for Chicago. Graham to Murray. Murray looks for a line change, gets it away for Yorny. Yorny broken up, and a penalty coming up on Boston. With the score of Boston nothing, Chicago nothing. We'll be back in a moment.
There's Peterson stepping to take Graham. A little bit on the high stick, took the legs out from under him. A little too enthusiastic. Gonna find himself in the box for a couple of minutes. Got to stay out of that penalty.
And on the faceoff, Carpenter can move it. Bob Murray moves it in front for a backhander. Kicked away. Bruins can't clear it. Weemer tried to a shot, and a great save there by Moog. Moog making the stops, and Carpenter finally able to clear it. One shot by Jeremy Roman. Roenick is out there, the other by Bob Murray. Roenick to center ice on a power play. The flip in for Creighton too far. Moog trying to clear it, and Moog gets it away on the right side for Bob Sweeney, who fires it up.
Chicago a little lax, Fred. They're just kind of gliding in here. This power play early.
Roenick clears it in. Moog, a right hand clear up the boards. Carter can't get it. Bork fighting for it in the corner against Roenick. Down the boards, or rather against Brian Noonan. Talking about Boston boys, as Brian Noonan is out there. Born in Boston. Summers in Boston. Poulin breaks it up outside the line and loses it. And away comes Thomas. Thomas over the line in the power play for Chicago. In for Noonan. And a block by Moog. Turns it again, and Moog is ready for him. Brian Noonan had 2 chances on the power play. Clear cut. Yorny a shot. Tipped wide by Moog and deflected into the stands. It is a beleaguered Andy Moog here at the the start.
How important is a goaltender to your hockey club? You just really, there's no doubt in my mind, they should be the highest paid of all of them. They can do the job in day out. Right here, Noonan coming in, gets loose on Mogi, kind of just pokes it away. Then he's got to respond to Noonan turning the net. Does that well, but the two slap shots in the slot earlier, the left leg and the right leg, it's a 1-0 hockey game at this point, and then things start to pile up on you.
Roenick comes back out. So the two local boys are very prominent in the Chicago attack. Jeremy Roenick, a rookie. Brian Noonan, called up from their farm team, where he was the top scorer in Indianapolis. Carpenter wins the draw. Bork on it quickly, checked in deep. Gilbert able to break it up, keep it in the corner, fought for. Out of it comes Roenick. Pass in front for Gilbert. It's blocked. A backhander in front, blocked by Moog. Held off again as Murray moved in. Chicago on the power play, all over the Bruins. And
this was set up by a tremendous play by Jeremy Roenick. Very cute. He slid it into the man in the corner, goes out front. Sweeney takes Roenick down. The backhand Moog gets to see. Yes, gets a glove on it.
There's Bob Murray on that backhand.
Right there.
Penetrated.
Roenick to Larmer, just tried the one-timer. But Gilbert just couldn't get any wood on it.
27 seconds left on Peterson's penalty. Opening minutes, no score, thanks to Andy Moog.
6 shots already by Chicago.
1 for Boston. Roenick on the faceoff with Carpenter along the boards. It is not cleared out. Bob Murray keeps it in. Over to Doug Wilson, left point. Bob Murray, the shot, the save. Bruins just cleared outside the line. Carpenter hauled down by Murray, and Chicago will be short a man in 13 seconds.
Great play by Bobby Carpenter. He just ran right at Murray, expected Murray to haul him down, and he did. Murray had no idea the puck was just behind him. And he knew he couldn't get to it, so I'm going to take Carpenter. Then he takes his hand off the stick, turns him around.
Bob Sweeney dumped by Bob Murray.
Bob Carpenter.
13 seconds left on Peterson's penalty. So each team short a man for the 13 seconds. Then the Bruins go on a power play. 7 shots Chicago, 1 for Boston. They take a little time to pile them up here and put them down on the computer or however they keep track of them.
Chicago switching bodies around. Bob and Linda Harris from Pittsfield, Mass. Here want to say hello to their 85-year-old grandmother, big Bruins fan back home.
Janney and Neely are out there now on the power play. Jim Weimer in action with Ray Bork. They're on defense. Yorny checked. Janney trying to move it in front. Couldn't quite connect with Neely. Gets it behind the net in the power play. A quick pass in front. Deflected away, and Yorny gets it. Pass out, stopped by Weimer. Bruins are on the power play now. Trying to get organized. Intercepted by Troy Murray. His shot missed the net. Weimer, a very careless pass. Back comes Janney. Janney works it free over the line. Still going. Trying to move in. Stopped by Graham, who picks it up. Graham skates in front of the net. Checked by Neely. Hauled down. No call. Back now comes Janney. His pass stopped by Graham. Graham checked. And now it is cleared by Yorny.
Excellent hustle by Cam Neely there, Fred. Stay on his man.
Weimer winding up. Way to Janney in the power. Janney now from Prout. Can't connect. Prout is on the power play. Manson trying to drill it out. It is kept in by Wesley. Knocked away to center ice now by Chicago. Bork back. This one could be icing.
Bruins.
No icing call. The Hawks able to clear it out. Larmer is tripped. He helped it out with a little bit of a dive, and Van Hellemond is going to keep things in control, and a hooking call, and out goes Wesley. And a power play later for Chicago. No score in the game. We're at Chicago Stadium on TV 38.
Number 26.
Right here, this is what Andy Van Hellemond's calling. A little tug on the hip. Down goes Larmer. Sending a message. If you're going to start fooling around with the stick, I'm going to be calling everything. So he's going to try to keep control of this game. Sending that word to both benches early.
Each team short a man. 35 seconds left on the Bob Murray penalty. And 15:51 left in the first period. No score. 7 shots, Chicago, 1 for Boston. Galley looking for some skating room off the board, stopped by Yorny. And the Hawks started right back. Troy Murray broken up. Got it over the line, but offside as Bob Sweeney checked that one on Troy Murray.
Well, both Murray and Sweeney playing the puck there. Neither one of them taking bodies. That can be dangerous. The whole right side of the building was open. Don Sweeney standing, waiting to see the end result.
Galley is on with Don Sweeney on defense. Bob Sweeney up front with Dave Christian. 13 seconds. The Hawks will get their second power play.
You know, Fred, talking to a couple of the Blackhawks downstairs in the belly of this building prior to the game, they are amazed at the Boston Bruins play. They said that it's the best defensive hockey club they've played all year, that they just don't have time to do anything with their opportunities, which is quite a compliment.
On the faceoff, Galley with it. Galley away to Don Sweeney. Don Sweeney trying to rush, and he's hauled down on the play by Manson. Out comes Bob Murray. Power play Chicago. 1:18 left on that power play. Manson broken up by John Carter and cleared away.
Great play by Carter. Nice anticipation. Threw a head fake to the right, forced a pass left, and picked it off.
Carter checking the play on Larmer. It's backhanded in deep. Adam Creighton wraps it around. Larmer there. Checked on the play. The Bruins break it out. May attack. Bruins on the move. Over the line, Carter. Now he cuts back to kill some time. Then clears it to the Hawk end. And that makes it 45 seconds left. And down there first is Carpenter. Well, Troy Murray has to start it again. Good skating by Boston, forechecking. Pulling out, stepped right into Thomas. Thomas finally able to get it, drive it in. Behind the net, Bort checked on the play. Brian Noonan fighting for it. Held off, Troy Murray held off. Back to the point to Bob Murray, over to Doug Wilson. Doug Wilson wraps it in deep. Alan Peterson checking. Brian Noonan with it. Noonan back for Wilson. In front, Murray. Murray holds, now goes behind the net. Now off for Doug Wilson in a screen. It is blocked by Brian Propp. Propp trying to work it free. Poulin battling Doug Wilson on the boards. Bruins can't clear it, but back at full strength. They kill some time. Brian Noonan checked. Oh, he is flat. What a hit from Bork. In goes Troy Murray and missed the net with a great chance after Brian Noonan took a tremendous hit from Ray Bork. Bork battles in deep. And in the corner, Alan Peterson fighting for it. Brian Noonan with it. Noonan trying to come out of the corner with it. He's spilled by Ray Bork. Bruins want to regroup. They clear the zone. And Wilson gets it right back. Over the line for Larmer. Shot knocked away. Now it's kept in by... Score by Larmer. Lemieux sets up Larmer. And it is 1-0 Chicago.
Right here, Jacques Lemieux makes the play. One time it's Steve Larmer, a pure goal scorer, has been for years. Doesn't fool around with it, doesn't pick his spot, just unloads it at the net. Moog is screened, it finds a hole between his legs. 1-0 Chicago. Nice hard-working goal by the Hawks. Bruins got tired at the end of a shift, got caught. Out there a little too long.
Never really got organized after killing off the penalty, doing a better job than they did the first time around. And not getting organized, Lemieux kept it in, and Lemieux set up Larmer. 9 shots, Chicago, 1 for Boston, 13-19 left in the first period, and Galley rushes. Neely, Janney line, top line, and they haven't been out there that much. Troy Murray gets it away to center ice. Picking up Lemieux, long shot wide of Andy Moog. Conroy keeps it in. Troy Murray in the corner, pass in front, knocked away. And the Bruins break it out, could be a 3-on-1. It's a 2-on-1, Janney, Neely. Neely missed it on the quick pass. A tough one to complete. Bruins had 4 men breaking and 1 back for Chicago.
Yeah, the play would have been back to Gary Galley.
Gary Galley was the best position. And icing by Chicago. Hawks 1, Bruins nothing. We're on TV 38 at Chicago Stadium.
Here we are, the puck coming out now. Janney knows he's got Neely. He should know he's got Galley behind him. Right now, he's making the play. It hits the toe. Right there, Murray's skate, that's what sent it awry.
Maybe the weakest defenseman for Chicago, Yorny, was back there. Great chance for Boston. Failed to capitalize.
Oh, I thought it was Murray.
Wesley takes a smashing hit. Kept in by Gilbert. It's an elbow going on Chicago. That's what it is. And Boston will go on a power play. We see Gilbert there with Weimer now. Adam
Creighton's awful tall. An elbow to him doesn't really seem like an elbow. But he's eye level with his elbows to most people. So here he's going in. There's the follow through that gets it done. The punch certainly didn't help.
The Bruins go on their second power play. An elbow check against Creighton. And close to that one that they've been calling where the defenseman facing the glass and he gets whacked from behind. But just an elbow on Creighton. Power play for Boston. 12:23 left in the first period. Larmer from Wilson and Lemieux. That came at 6:37. The only score of the game. Neely. Prop is broken up. Troy Murray the clear. Bork fires in. Around the boards. Bruins battle to keep it in. On the boards. The floats to Manson. Manson whacks it up for Troy Murray. That's cleared away. 1:30 on the Boston power play, and the Bruins with only one shot on net. 11:40 left here in the first period. Janney breaking. Janney a flip over the line. Prop. Neely shot. Save. Cloutier. Neely walked right in on that one from Prop. Behind the net. Prop with it. Prop off in the corner to Neely. Left point Weimer. Back for Neely. Off wing side. Holding. Watched by Larmer. Still holding. Bork moving way up. Larmer breaks up Neely. And Neely comes back to break him up. Work it over the line. Blocked. Bork starts it again. Now to Janney on Wilson. Stops. All the way across. Weimer moving in. Shot. Save. Rebound. And Prop trying to poke it in. Can't do it. Had it briefly. Larmer able to fire it out. Great chance. Weimer. Good chance. Prop on the rebound. 40 seconds on the Boston power play. Conroy breaks it up at center ice, intended for Carpenter. Christian broken up by the forechecking of Presley, who did not play yesterday. Wesley starts it out. Christian with Carpenter. The clear in. Cloutier fires it up the boards. Presley able to tap it away. It goes to Yorny in the center ice. And the Bruins intercept. Breaking right back is Galley. Up the right side. Over the line with Carpenter. Offside. Presley throws a punch. And that's going to be Presley out. Not Galley. That is Presley. A very stupid penalty. Just fired away with a punch at Galley.
And Galley came, what he did is that Galley came with the look. Like, I'm going to do something. Harry, here we go. And then Galley, watch Galley keep his hands down, give him a dirty look. Now he comes across, the whistle's blown now. There's Presley with a punch. Hey, Galley says something to him. All right, let's go. And now Presley goes, okay, thank you. And off goes Presley. Just return to the lineup. Mike will take a dim view of that little gesture. Great discipline by Gary Galley.
2 seconds left on Creighton's penalty, and Presley joins him. And 10:25 left in the first period. The only goal by Steve Larmer, and another power play for Boston. The shots of 9 Chicago, 4 Boston. The Bruins had a couple of opportunities on that Creighton penalty.
Brian Prop tried to get it up over the fallen Cloutier just gently, not trying to fire it too high, put too much on it, just trying to flip it over him. It hit something.
And a lot of delay, and the Bruins will take that. Mike Milbury's able to leave the Prop Janney Neely line out there.
That's all they're leaving. It's been out there for the entire power play just about. Now it's going to get a chance to go again.
Janney signaling to Bork. Rolls it in. Cloutier on it. Prop after it. Clear to the boards. Stopped by Neely. Neely to Janney. Janney to Bork. In front for Prop. Couldn't get a handle to it. Bork has it. Fires. And it's wide. Might have been blocked wide by Cloutier. He's able to pounce on it off the backboards.
I think Cloutier got a blocker on it. Nice little play in from Neely to Janney. Janney to Bork. Bork trying to give it a prop on the crease. I don't know if Brian Propp would have been legal. He's right in the crease. Manson turns him around, and then he gets elbowed in his head by Troy Murray. Tough sledding in there. There hits a deflection.
10-10 left in the first period. 1:45 on the Boston power play. 1-0 Chicago. Janney, Propp, Neely. Hawks win it.
They want to hit a leg and up in the stands.
And the face-off stays in the zone, says Andy Van Hellemond. On the attempted clear, and they'll move it right to the spot again.
Greg Janney's got to work on these face-offs. They're very important, especially on a power play.
Bork and Weimer inside the line.
There you
One
go.
cleanly for Weimer. Right in for Propp. Knocked away. Janney trying to set up Propp. Graham knocked down, and Propp is going out. With the score, Chicago 1, Boston 0. We're on TV 38 at Chicago.
Right there, great defensive play by Doug Wilson. Just enough to deflect that away from Brian Propp. With Cloutier down, sure goal.
Each team minus a man out there. 9:55 left here. And Doug Wilson out. Plays a lot of the game for Chicago. Troy Murray's pass in is offside. Chicago. And, of course, Doug plays without the helmet. So we're able to spot him out there among all the other players.
You get to spot him real easy. There's only a few left.
Last year, Easter Seals helped more than 13,000 people with disabilities in Massachusetts. You can pitch in by giving the people with disabilities the power to overcome. Stay with TV 38 following the game for the 1990 Easter Seals Telethon.
What a full event that is, too.
Bob Sweeney on the draw with Troy Murray. 1-0 Chicago, first period. To Raymond Bork, speaking of playing a lot. Bruins helped out last night after beating Chicago 4-3, 2 goals by Neely. They saw Buffalo tied by Quebec and Montreal beaten by Minnesota. Neely rushes. Slowed down by Graham. Neely fights for it in the corner with Bob Sweeney, Doug Wilson. Out of it comes Bob Sweeney. Bork was cutting the other way and he couldn't set him up. Bork for Bob Sweeney, winding up now. Some open ice. Up for Bork. Bork over the line. Checked on the play. Puck kept in. Bob Sweeney trying to get the shot. And he's hauled down by Doug Wilson. A big play there. In 30 seconds, the power play for Chicago. Jeremy Roenick trying to move in the open ice, but he's stopped. Galley starts back. Gets it up to Bob Sweeney. He's checked by Conroy and forced back all the way. Conroy, a hard hit on Bob Sweeney. Bruins get control. Wesley, center ice. Has to hold it out. Carter was offside. Looking for the pass. Didn't come. 8 seconds. Chicago with the power play. They'll have it for about 30 seconds. Galley rushes. Loses. Gets it to Carter over the line. Carter can't set up Poulin. Poulin able to wrap it in. 9 shots. Chicago 4 Boston. Chicago a power play now. And Thomas breaks up the right wing side. The shot wide. As he ripped that one, Adam Creighton pokes it in deep. Behind the net, Don Sweeney. Trying to clear it out. Stopped by Murray on a good play. Fed back in. Bruins dig it free. Murray can't beat Carter to it. And it's cleared away.
John Carter got to that real quick.
And full strength, the Bruins. But the Bruins have mustered only 4 shots. Chicago 9. And here's Lemieux, who set up the lone goal of the game. Oh, puts a grab on Don Sweeney. The fans could see that. You could hear them react. Over the line, Manson keeps it in. He's broken up. And Boston right back. Christian can't connect with Hogwood. Thomas clears it in. Takes a hit from Don Sweeney.
And an elbow, too. Van Hellemond saw both, so he let them both go. Thomas wants to know why he didn't call the penalty on the elbow.
Weimer falls on the puck, ties it up for a faceoff in the Boston end. 7:25 left in the first period. 1-0 Chicago. Steve Larmer, the lone goal. Jim Weimer didn't play yesterday afternoon.
There's Kenny Flagler, the doc. He's going to take a little quick exit with Ray Bork. That is, Kenny Flagler handles all Bruins equipment, skates, etc. So Ray Bourque, had he left with Jim Narragan, we would have been concerned.
Noonan with Gilbert left, Presley right, Manson and Conroy. 1-0 Chicago. 9 shots Chicago. It's been at 9 for a very long stretch because
Yes.
the Bruins have had a couple of power plays. And 4 for Boston. Around the boards, Weimer for Dave Christian and the clear out. Gilbert starting the play now with Manson. Presley intercepted. Wesley over the line. Carpenter, shot blocked by Gilbert. The second shot blocked by Gilbert. Carpenter lining it up. Weimer trying to penetrate, keeps it in. The shot deflects for Hoggood. The shot! And it's wide. Long deflection there. And the drive by Hoggood, who missed the net, and he doesn't often do it. And here's Christian back. Great save by Cloutier. Carpenter set up Christian for the best chance for Boston. Back now comes Presley. Presley trying to cut in. Broken up by Weimer. Great defensive play by Weimer. Noonan keeps it in. Works it in front. Chopped on the play. The puck loose. Jammed up. Big jam in front. And finally, it is iced by Carpenter. Well, no icing. It goes to Cloutier. As Noonan really set up problems. Bob Murray clears it in now on Andy Moe. And a whistle here. An offside on Chicago. 6:27 left in the first period. And Cloutier robbed Christian.
Did he ever? But what it was such a bang-bang play. Dave Christian right here. Carpenter works at it pretty good. Gets in the corner. Christian wants to go upstairs quickly. Just does not get it up. Had he got that around the crossbar, that's a goal. Jim Weimer, Presley, going to be... Right here is it setting up with Hoggood keeping it in. A great hustle by Greg Hoggood. Carpenter to Christian from a different angle.
And here's the line. Gould at center, Doris on the left, Byers on the right. Chicago drives it over the line, the play offside.
Dave Christian got creamed for his trouble, too. Just nailed.
1-0 Chicago. Steve Larmer, the lone goal. Set up by Lemieux and Wilson.
A little tentative. Both teams playing a little tentative, Fred.
Galley clears it away. Lyndon Byers forechecking, but Murray has it. Fed in by McGill. And there's a fight. Sutter and Duras.
Peter Duras, I mean, he got 4 or 5 good ones. Sutter's awful tough boy. He got Duras' sweater off, but I didn't know Peter Duras could fight like that.
We haven't seen him. He went with Sutter. With the score, Chicago 1, Boston 0. For on TV 38 at Chicago Stadium.
Blackhawk penalty number 12.
Wow, I didn't know Peter Duras was fast, #1 draft pick. A lot of tremendous potential. And he can fight as well.
For fighting at 13:54.
5 minutes each for fighting. 6:06 left. First period. 1-0 Chicago and a Steve Larmer goal. The shots 9 Chicago, 5 Boston, and it stayed at 9 for seemingly about 10 minutes. The Chicago Blackhawks came out firing. Boston.
They had 6 shots in the first 2.5 minutes. It settled down into buddy lurking around waiting for an opportunity, playing solid defense, both teams at this point. Great goaltending as well.
Draw to Galley. Gould hauls down Creighton. Over the line comes Galley, penetrating. A shot deflected wide. Lyndon Byers puts it across. Couldn't put it on net. Galley able to keep it in for Gould. Gould's shot misses the net. Carter is at left wing with that penalty to Duras. And a heavy hit by Alan Peterson. Puck knocked out. Not outside the line. Well, yeah.
They got it.
Delayed call, but Bob Murray able to work it. In the center ice, Thomas goes down from Byers, and Byers is going out. Another power play. And Andy Van Hellemond calling everything. A tripping call as Byers tripped Thomas. Chicago with a power play.
They more or less kind of collided.
Boston penalty number.
But Andy Van Hellemond, now, I don't feel sorry for anybody on either team. He is calling everything. So, you know that. As a player, on the bench, in the room, it'll be mentioned to everybody between periods. If Milbury and Keenan are not doing it behind the bench, you get a silly penalty now. I mean, A lazy call is what it'll be, a hooking and interference, because you don't have the man covered, and you got to work a little harder. The referee starts to call everything. You got to clean it up and work a lot harder.
Chicago 0 for 3 in the power play. Boston 0 for 3, and this is the fourth for Chicago. Roenick is out there on the wing. Troy Murray will take the faceoff. And Carpenter against Troy Murray. Carpenter generally has beaten Roenick in faceoffs, and when we're thinking about the Chicago series.
Yeah.
And that's why Troy Murray is there, obviously.
Troy Murray's done a fine job to Janney.
And this one for Bob Murray for a shot. Saved by Andy Moe. And right on it is Roenick. Roenick back to Bob Murray again, over to Doug Wilson. Wilson keeps it in with Troy Murray. Back to Doug Wilson, deflected over the net. Roenick there. Check, puck loose, and Carpenter able to get it. And the quick clear out. Doug Wilson. Now to Murray. Larmer is on there too, and Roenick. Roenick wheels it in. Oh, to block it. Trying to make the clear. It's blocked on him. Kept in by Roenick. Roenick, good maneuver. His pass up partially blocked. Bob Sweeney intercepts now and clears it by Doug Wilson. Strong defensive work by Bob Sweeney. Wilson coming back. Chicago changing up in the power play, and they are offside as they get all mixed up.
Yeah, he didn't have much room to work with, Wilson, there. He was in probably a 2-yard area with 4 bodies. J-Mate Larmer went offside in the far end of the far side of the building.
4:44 left in the first period. 1:13 on the Chicago power play as we look at Gary Galley. A tremendous season for the Boston Bruins as part of their mobile defense corps, which has been one of the features. Not only good defensively, but they can create an attack. Yeah, Galley among them.
Yeah, talking to the Blackhawks, they were saying, Fred, that it's amazing. They look at the players and say, Ray Bork is back. That, wow, they only got the 2 real superstars in Neely and Bork. How are you guys doing it? And it's just hard work, good team play, well coached.
And acquisitions like Christian Poulin.
Yes. We'll get into that later.
Here's Poulin checking the play. Quickly, Yanni starts it back. And a long drive in. Saved by Moe, trying to wheel it out with Prop. Can't do it. Galley gets it away. On the left side, Don Sweeney drives it out. Prop and Poulin, the Philadelphia connection, are up front. Deep forechecking by Prop. Cuts back. 45 seconds on the Chicago power play. And the pass up missed by Lemieux. Yanni now drives it in. Round for Don Sweeney. Can't clear it out. Checked on the play. Kept in by Lemieux. Noonan can't get it. Behind the net. Kicked up for Poulin. Poulin checked by Yanni as the Chicago defense pinches. Lemieux gets it away from Manson. A shot from the blue line, a save. Puck kept in. Hawks now. Thomas trying to set up. Thomas knocked down, ran into Van Hellemond. Fought forward to the left of the net. Rolls away and is cleared out by Prop. Mike Milbury changing up with 8 seconds left. A lead over the line. Graham, Gilbert, right in front. Broken up on Creighton. He was wide open. And the Bruins get it outside the line. Knocked back by Gilbert offside. Clearly offside on that one. 3:25 left. And the Bruins survive. Another power play by Chicago.
Marked in the west slot. Please
Survive is right. Couple of great saves by Moe. This is an excellent play. Wesley has to take his man or he goes down deep. But now across the crease for the one-timer to Adam Creighton. Andy Moe says, oh, no, you don't. No, you boys took a little bit too much time passing that puck around. I got to take a peek at Adam Creighton coming in on the left side. And he was just sitting there waiting for that play.
Chicago 11 shots, Boston 5. The only goal by Steve Larmer. 1-0 Hawks lead. 3:25 left in the period. Janney is out. Carter on the left wing since Prop was a penalty killer. Clear by Peterson. No icing. Back first is Gilbert, ex-Islander. And the Hawks started out with Creighton. A 3-on-2 with Gilbert. Graham, shot blocked by Bork. Bork starts it away. Carter, a lead for Janney, too far. Boy, he'd have had a 2-on-1. Janney gets it. Out for Bork. Bork knocked down by Gilbert as he tried a slap shot. The puck to center ice, and Carter breaks it up, flips it over the line. Creighton starts it back. Bruins change up. 2:40 left. Bork well set up, and Gilbert a great defensive play.
Excellent defensive play. Ray Bork never saw him. Tried to time the puck one minute, and you cut the stick on. Here we go.
A steal. A drive by Byers. A save on the high shot. Byers stole and fired from 40 feet out. Byers fights for it in the corner. 3 Bruins there, and it's Gould to Hogwood. Back in front. Knocked away. Gould fights for it. It is cleared away by Creighton. Picked up by Byers. Starts it back with Weimer. 1-0 Chicago. 2 minutes left. And the play called offside. It is Chicago 1, Boston 0. Back in a moment. Brian Noonan seeing a lot of action, called up from Indianapolis, where he has spent most of the season leading the farm team in scoring. The young man from Boston. He's at center with Thomas and Larmer. Can't ask for better wings. In deep, Wesley able to clear it out. Manson off to Doug Wilson. Wilson over the line. Larmer. Pass blocked by Wesley. A backhander by Larmer went wide as he got the rebound. And around the boards, Byers starts it away. Break by Carpenter. Picking up Wesley over the line. Oh, he tried to set up Wesley, and he was hammered down, and the play is offside anyway, as Carpenter was hit by Manson.
What he was really trying to do is just buy some time for Wesley to come up to him. Wanted to gain the blue line. Little dipsy doodle there. Hold Manson right there. Now that's called holding in my book, but
the shots are 11-6, but since, as Derek said, Chicago had most of theirs, maybe a half a dozen in the first couple of minutes, the Bruins have slowed it down, taken the crowd out in effect. You had that in your keys, right? And Mike Milbury has to be pleased. If Christian was able to wrap one in with a great chance. Galley moving in deep. Christian trying to contain it. Murray hit. Bob Sweeney with it. Checked by Troy Murray. A fine defensive player, Troy Murray. Gets it to Bob Murray, and his clear goes into the stands.
Yeah, fired it into the stands. The Blackhawks hitting very aggressively. Not charging and running, trying to put the Bruins in the 8th row or anything like that, but they're waiting for their opportunities. They're taking them selectively. And if you start getting fancy with the puck or you beat a man, the next guy comes up and nails you. Makes it difficult. You have to make the play to your partner a lot quicker than the Bruins have at this point. But Hawks not giving him much room to move. Good, solid, tight defensive checking game.
Looks like Troy Murray will take all their faceoffs. He's on against Carpenter again to the right of Kluche. Christian and Bob Sweeney on the wings. Troy Murray wins it for Conroy. Galley pinches in, trying to keep it in, and a little jamming here, a whistle. Dirk Graham and Gary Galley started to go at it, but a face-off being called, and Bruins trailing by 1. Have those defensemen pinching in as Galley did then, and let's see where the face-off's called.
Well,
outside the line, says Van Helden.
Steve Thomas, they're taking, being trounced for the Blackhawks here 6-3 a week ago, and the statement then was, we were in awe of the Boston Bruins. And after yesterday's loss, you got to wonder if one guy in your team's thinking that, this frustration's coming out. They're just looking to go physical with this game. It's right on the verge of being very physical, where the fights are going to break out.
On the face-off, 1 for Conroy. So Chicago winning those face-offs. Now the Bruins keep it in. Steal by Christian. Christian slides a backhander that goes wide. Carpenter chops it in deep. Christian trying to get it. Takes the hit from Conroy. Bob Sweeney trying to move it in front. Troy Murray there. The Bruins jam it up in the corner, trying to make the play. Carpenter banging in. Carpenter for Bob Sweeney. A shot. A save. Kluche. He dove after that. A holding call. Troy Murray is going out. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, they're together? No. Dave Christian seemed to be staying in the... He's out on the pond for a little bit yet.
51 seconds left. The Bruins will go on their 4th power play. Troy Murray for holding. 8 penalties called by Andy Van Hellemond.
Bob Sweeney's going to come on. Nice check here by Carpenter. He poke checks it to Sweeney. No. Bob Sweeney's going to just a little wrist shot to Christian, looking for a tweener. Didn't happen. snuck away. I mean, Dave Christian isn't allowed to do too much standing in front of the net with Murray draped all over him.
Mike Milbury sends out Prop, Janney, Neely, Bourque, and Weimer. Again, the face-off, and Troy Murray can't take it, of course. He's in the penalty box. Winning it is Brian Noonan, a very big face-off. Around the board, stopped by Weimer, though, kept in. And can't set up. Cam Neely tried to set up Bourque and didn't hit him with the pass. He was away from Bourque, not a chance on it. 35 seconds left in the period. Away comes Neely. Neely checked by Noonan, kept in for Janney. Janney dropped the pass right to a Chicago Blackhawk. Noonan.
Heads-up play by Noonan, took his man to the boards, then got back in it.
15 seconds left. The drive in. Noonan, Janney, Neely go for it. Back to Bourque. Bourque. In for Janney. Janney. Neely trying to set it in front for Prop alone. Couldn't do it. And Neely tripped Noonan, but no call on that. The Bruins will start the second period with a power play. 1:09. Well, wait a minute.
Period's over, Fred.
Yeah, but did he call it?
No, he's standing there. He shook his head.
Well, that's all I want to know. He didn't call it. He's coming over there now.
No, now he's not again.
The score at the end of one period is Chicago 1, Boston nothing. Back to Gene Lavacci for today's first intermission. Breaking out, Ray Bourque. Over the line. Along the line. Beautifully. Drops it back for Wesley. A shot. Cannot save by Cloutier. Put that one right on. Janney pokes it in deep. Going for it. Neely, he was knocked down. Manson got a piece of him. Back at the point. Kept in by Wesley. Quick shot in front block. Wesley on it again. Into the corner. Janney operating to Prop. Out for Neely. His stick lifted just as he was ready to handle it and gun it. 24 seconds, Boston power play. Janney breaks. Good pass to Prop. Prop fires and misses. Far side, not by much. Bruins keep it in. Janney again operating. Familiar spot. Over in the right wing position. Wesley, the lone man at the point. Janney across for Bourque. Bourque tried to put it front block. Bourque gets it again. Now wheels back all the way. Janney. Neely. He was checked on the play. They watch Neely. The Bruins have to really try and pass up that chance. Oh, this one's called onside. Looked offside. Janney keeps it going. Full strength. Chicago. Quick shot by Prop. A great save by Cloutier. And Prop knocked into the net. And back for Chicago comes Murray with a shot and a save. Good Murray. A wicked hit. Injured.
Down. Ray Bourque. It is a hit into the board. It is
Don Sweeney.
Don Sweeney, not Ray Bourque. It was a wicked hit by Troy Murray into the boards on Don Sweeney.
Donnie seems to be okay. Now what he does, they're both trying to hit body checks together. Troy Murray got the body position a little higher up on the shoulder, being a little taller than Donnie Sweeney. He twisted around, went in the boards pretty hard. He seems to be okay. That could be his shoulder. Here he is moving his shoulder. A lot of times it scares you a lot worse than Jim Nerrigan out there making sure things are okay. You don't want to move quickly with something like that. You're taught that from earlier in your career. Hang tough. Wait for things to clear in your head. There's Jerry Galley. Jerry taking out goaltenders and everybody now. Can't get out of the. Can't. Excuse me. I'll be out of your way in just a minute.
And the faceoff called just inside the Boston line. We're looking at Don Sweeney
Shaking it off there. I think I'm all right. Good tough hit.
Chicago killed off that Boston power play right at the start of the second period. Chicago leads 1-0 on the goal by Steve Farmer. Thomas coming up. Presley on the wing. Creighton at center. playing in his 1,000th game as a Chicago Blackhawk. Able to keep it in. Presley behind the net for Creighton. Rolls it in front. The Bruins skated off. Christian and Carter breaks it out. Good rush over the line. Drop pass. Galley, a shot. Deflected wide. Galley around the boards, able to keep it in. Through the backboards. Carpenter now behind the net. It is a shot. Tough angle shot by Carter. Block. Carter on it again. Drive. Save. Oh! That was hit for Christian again. Christian had a second great chance. Chicago coming back. Thomas checked on the play. And the Bruins break. Carpenter over the line for Carter. They can't combine. McGill knocks down Carpenter. 17:40 left in the second period. 12 shots Chicago, 11 Boston. Bruins climbing back in that shot department, but trailing 1-0. Indeed, came off the backboards into the back of the net, and the face-off being called. Chicago 1, Boston 0. We'll return to Chicago Stadium in a moment. Base to Manson. Manson starts it away. Boston forechecking. Poulin breaks him up for Hoggood. Hoggood slides it in. It's stopped by Wilson. Gilbert back, and he's hit by Weimer. Larmer checked by Hoggood. Puck flipped in the Boston zone. After Wesley. After him, Roman. Roman finishes the check. Bruins break it out. But Duras up the right wing side. An offside pass, they say. 16:43 left in the second period. 12 shots Chicago, 11 Boston. And the only score of the game by Steve Larmer from Lemieux and Doug Wilson in the first period.
Well, as a rule, the second period ends out. It's been the Chicago Blackhawks period. Blackhawks have 77 goals in the first period, 86 by opponents. In the second, they have 107 and 88 by opponents. In the third period, they also outscore their opponents 81 to 72.
Bob Sweeney is out there with Gould and Byers on the wing. Alan Peterson. This is an offside pass to Bob Sweeney, so it's called just inside the Boston line. Van Dorp is at left wing. Noonan at center and Sutter on the right. Van Dorp, the big intimidator for the Hawks, but yesterday in the game, he was tagged by Raymond Bourque with the hardest check of the afternoon, and Van Dorp and Byers are exchanging greetings. Here they go.
Got to get, what he wanted to do is get it jockeyed. All Van Dorp wants to do is hold on at this point. Byers just switched hands on him.
Well, you got to give the points to Lyndon Byers.
Oh, yeah.
Since coming back. But it is Chicago 1, Boston 0 at Chicago Stadium.
Fighting's on the way out. We see Byers and Van Dorp.
It is this conversation. Do you want to go? I mean, we're supposed to go. Are we going to? Let's go. So, Van Dorp was sent out there for that purpose.
You don't mind it when two fighters like that square off. You hate to see Cam Neely preoccupied by it.
Yeah, well, you know, and that's...
Here's Hoggood over the line with a chance. Can't put it on. His shot hit the side of the net. He failed to get control of it. Had a good opportunity around the boards. Hoggood intercepts into the corner. Trying to come out from the corner. A shot to save. Hoggood. Tremendous performance offensively for the Bruins with a bid. Behind the net, Gould fighting for it. Can't get it. And it's belted around the boards. Ray Bourque able to clear it in. Hoggood there. Trying to set up Gould. Goes into the back of the net on his McGill. On Hoggood. That's what you hate to see.
McGill is big 6'4".
And he's going to wipe out Greg Hoggood.
Well, Greg Hoggood embarrassed him. Now, he hasn't been playing much, McGill. He came out of the... Hoggood gave him a couple dipsy doodles, and McGill looked like his feet were in cement. So now, thoroughly embarrassed, he takes the first cheap shot he can at him. Donnie Sweeney going to the dressing room. But right there, McGill just moves in the corner now. He's out of position. McGill is getting back out. Just at the tail end of it. But see, you know, when Murray goes in, he gets taken out right there by Sweeney. A little bit of interference there. Puck goes behind the net. Now here's to teach you don't do anything tricky. Won't bother Greg Hogwood, though.
And they've stopped counting shots, so I think we ought to stop reporting them. They didn't count that one a Hogwood right there. It's Chicago 12, Boston 11. Manson back in the Hawk Inn. 15:40 left in the second period. 1-0 Chicago. The clear out. Ray Bork. Hogwood. His pass, though, stopped by Wilson. They'll fight to keep it in. Gould. Bork can't do it. Bob Sweeney over the line. Cutting. Checked, and Doug Wilson missed him, but forced him off the puck, really. Back comes Larmer. Over the line on the left. Gilbert, a shot, a save. Rebound. Bork. Quick clear out. Breaking is Neely. Over the line for Janney. Janney drifting deep. Holding, looking for Bruins coming on. Penalty coming up on Chicago. A shot. Save. Neely can't get the rebound. With the score, Chicago 1, Boston 0. We'll return in a moment.
Attention. Right there to Prop. Cam's going for it, but Manson, very strong turn, took a stick away.
Gilbert holding, 5:06. Power play Boston. Number 5 for them. 1-0 Chicago. Carpenter won the draw, but a bit too vigorously. It's all the way to the Boston end. Troy Murray down on Wesley. Wesley outskates him, but not a good pass up. And it's cleared away by Yorny. Deep forechecking by Graham and by Troy Murray. Don't let the Bruins get started is the theory on the power play. Bork coming out now for Carpenter. Carpenter over the line, chopped down by Troy Murray. The Bruins have mixed up. Puck outside the line. A lead for Bork. For Janney, who collects his own pass. Into the corner for Bork. Bork for Wesley. Walks in, unloads and misses. Wide. Oh, had a big chance there. Back at the line, across for Bork. Bork fires, and it's wide. The rebound is Neely. Neely staying out farther now. All the way across for Bork. He missed it. Good play by Wesley to keep it in for Janney. In the corner for Carpenter. Carpenter in front. Bork can't get the handle to it. And Graham breaks it out for Chicago. Coming on Wesley. His shot deflected by Wesley into the stands. And he puts a little slash on Wesley as he skates by. The little extra Mike Keenan touch.
Yeah, Hawks have done that a lot today.
13:38 left here, second period.
Right here, Wesley with the puck. He waits, he's looking, nearly tied up his man, so no one's going to come to him. Gets it to Bork. Gets through. Nice save, but Neely being deeper has to can only work in the middle of the box if they're widespread. They start closing down on Neely. Point's going to have to start taking their shots.
44 seconds left on the power play, and Roenick is out as the penalty killer. To the left, face off to the left of Andy Moe. 1-0 Chicago. 13 shots apiece now, listed. Puck knocked away and controlled by Bob Murray. At center ice, knocked back over the line. Chicago controlling, though, killing some time as Bob Murray drills it down. Weimer is on with Galley. Poulin with Prop on the left. Bob Sweeney. Here comes Poulin over the line. Broken up. And it's taken over by Larmer, who has the only goal of the game. He clears it away, and the power play just about up. That's number 5 for Boston. On the flank. Good play by Prop over the line, drops it back. It's off for Weimer. Weimer fails to get a hard shot away, and it's blocked by Wilson and cleared. Jim Weimer a little bit tentative. Chicago icing. And a face-off called in the Hawk Inn. And it's time to vote for the Dogs TV 38 7th player. Both for the Bruins, you feel has performed above and beyond expectations. And you may drive away in the 1990 Dodge Daytona. Send your vote on a postcard only to 7th Player Award, P.O. Box 38, Boston, Mass. 02135. 25 entries per person. And the voting deadline is March 16th for the Dodge TB38 7th Player Award. 12:42 left, second period. Carpenter on the faceoff. Bruins win it. Back for Wesley. On the line, they back up. Shot deflected wide. Lucier gets it off the backboards, can't clear it out. Weimer keeps it in. Batted up now for Thomas. Thomas breaks over the line. Looking for Lemieux. Knocked away by Moog. Moog out of the net. Bruins trying to clear it. Carpenter over. Can't move it out. Well, hand pass by Chicago in the offensive zone, not allowed. And the faceoff call, 12-16. The only goal of the game. We're in the second period with 12-16 left. The only goal by Steve Larmer.
I think both coaches are happy with this at this point. Goaltending's been awful good on both sides. Right there, Jacques Cloutier still got the shutout going for himself. He'll mention that and see if that can jinx him at all.
Creighton on the faceoff with Carpenter. Mike Milbury has used a variety of combinations. Carpenter wins the draw. Weimer. Pass intercepted. And right back comes Thomas. Over the line. Skating hard. Cuts in front. The shot missed. Pretty wide margin. Kept in by Thomas. Broken up by Weimer. Weimer tries the other side, but only Yorny there at the point. He drives it in deep. Carter trying to wind up. Two men after him. Ooh, he took a wicked hit over on the boards. The Hawks keep it in. Knocked away in front. Still rolling near the net. Knocked away by Moog as Presley fought hard. And the puck cleared out by Weimer. All the way down near Cloutier. Icing is called on that one. With the score, Chicago 1. Bruins nothing. We're in the second period at Chicago Stadium. And the faceoff to the right of Andy Moog. Troy Murray out there against Dave Poulin. 11:37 left in the second period. 1-0. Chicago. Poulin wins it. Up for Propp. Brian Propp in the center ice. The drive in. Doris is at right wing. The rebound kept in by Doris. Into the corner goes Propp. Propp check behind the net. Doris against Wilson. Wilson check, trying to move it out. Poulin trying to keep it in. It stopped. Troy Murray breaks. Rolls it in wide of Moog. Graham there. Pokes it near the net. It missed. Around the boards. Bruins trying to move it out. And they do. And breaking out Propp. One man to beat Manson. He stopped. Hauled down. Troy Murray hauled down Dave Poulin. He's going out. The Bruins on another power play. That'll be number 6. 10:58 left here in the second period. Van Hellemond continues to call everything.
Troy Murray. I mean, I watched him since as soon as he tripped Poulin. He went in that play real eager and like he didn't do anything. The look of an angel. Went over in his defensive position, ready to go out with the puck. The whistle blows. He didn't look at anyone. Certainly not me. There's Mike Keenan. Not happy with that at all.
The world is against me, says Mike.
Well, if Propp gets it through Wilson's feet, Poulin's gone. And that's what Murray knew. There's Dave Poulin on an earlier faceoff. Faking backhand, getting in there with the forehand win. Curls it back, takes it away. Very heady hockey player, very smart.
Noonan, Carpenter, Neely gets it to Bork. As the Bruins win the faceoff to Janney into Carpenter. Carpenter with Neely in front. Cuts in front himself. A shot here blocked. Open net. Bruins can't convert it. And it is cleared away by the Hawks. Wide open net. I don't know where Cloutier went. And firing it out was Larmer.
He fell down.
Bork rushes over the line. Drops it in deep. Neely. And a score by Janney. Janney set up by Cam Neely. A power play goal. And the Bruins tie the game at 1.
Well, that mention the shutout theory certainly holds up. I don't know. Mention that it's a kiss of death to a goalkeeper. Anyway, it's a great hustle by Ray Bork. He dumps it in here. Cam Neely looking. Carpenter takes Conroy out of the play, and that's the key right there. Neely to Janney, one-timer. Nobody picked up Janney. Everyone weren't paying attention to Cam Neely and Bobby Carpenter behind the net.
And they get the
Excellent
assist.
play by Carpenter to get it to Neely as well. So it'll be Carpenter, Neely to Janney.
And the Bruins tie it at 1 with 10:28 left here in the second period.
And I think that's all the Bruins wanted to do, is to be even after 30 minutes. That's all you could hope for. The Hawks really want this one. It'll be first place in their division. They don't want to lose that.
I tell you, they want to be ahead. Mike Milbury sends out Hoggood. The danger there is Greg on his own end is not the best defensive player as a winger. But offensively, he can create havoc, and he's done it now in a couple of games. And
Now the
again,
Hawks are going to start the fighting nonsense.
Bob Sweeney and McGill.
McGill, another one of the premier fighters. He was in Toronto. That's why the Hawks got him. Bobby faring well here.
Bob Sweeney's had a bad shoulder, and he wears padding on it. And
what McGill is trying to do is pin him against the boards. Bob Sweeney got to give him this decision. Stayed with him all the way.
Because he's
because he's tougher. Because Todd McGill is a tough kid. And anytime you're tough and you draw, in my book, you lose.
The Bruins have not lost a fight all year.
Yes, they have.
Bruins won, Chicago won. Back in a moment.
Number 11,
Well, with Todd McGill in the box, hasn't been playing much. A tough kid. Goes out.
Bob McGill.
Bob McGill, I mean. I always call him Todd McGill. I don't know why. Maybe that's his middle name. Anyway, Bob Sweeney, not only you get in the fight, you get very tired from it.
Mike Milbury, tough to be in first place, right? Everybody's challenging.
Everybody wants it.
1-1 the score. Bork is winding up. Teams are at full strength. And out comes Hoggood. And the Bruins have a 3-on-2. Over the line now is Baez. Baez back in front. Goal! The backhander missed. Bork keeps it in with a good check. Fires one in. And Hoggood can't sneak it in. Puts it in front. Baez can't get a handle to it. This is the Bruins' fourth line, and they are harassing Chicago.
Yes, they are. They worked very hard. Right there, two guys both took a look at Byers and decided to pass. Manson and Creighton. Greg Hoggood, right hustle here. He just knows where the puck is. See how he slips and he's just kind of gliding around. He doesn't give up. There he is. I'm right here. Everybody leaves him alone. He tried to go short side, pull it back, but now he's going to have to wait to make a play. Byers trying to get back to the right, but that hit Cloutier in the right leg.
Hoggood reacted to the prop back acquisition as though, well, they're going to send me to the Maine Mariners. No way. He's a part of this team.
He's very much a part of this team.
Bork, a second smashing hit. He knocked down Gilbert. And a heavy hit here on Peterson. As the puck is, the play is offside at the Boston blue line, and now Chicago will try and hit some more.
Right, here's Larmer going for the puck. Peterson can't afford to let him go, so Beach takes him down. There's an area for blowing out a knee. The guy's got up. It's okay. Larmer hit him first. When you're turning on the angle, the player that makes first contact is going to be the player that's going to rule the outcome of the collision.
1-1 the score. 9:41 left in the second period. Wesley almost lost it, but Carpenter breaks it. Over the line, trying to go straight ahead, through, and Cloutier knocks it away as Yorny grabs Carpenter, winding up his Roenick. Bruins have outplayed the Hawks in the second period, tied it up on a power play. Back at center ice, Carpenter trying to set a play again, can't. Now Roenick pops it over the line, taken by Wesley. Wesley up the boards and out. They're going to call it icing. Well, Christian tried to beat Conroy to it, couldn't do it. Icing, face-off in the Boston end. 1-1 the score. The power play goal, Janney from Carpenter and Neely.
You cannot continually give the Boston Bruins power plays and be successful against them. And the power play has not set any world on fire in the last little bit. It just gets that one goal here and there that decides a game for them.
Troy Murray has been the best player for Chicago up front, and Brian Noonan would rank number second. Here's Troy Murray and Dave Poulin.
A very close second. Brian Noonan.
Back to Manson. Shot deflected off Troy Murray into the corner. Bork there. Troy Murray finishes off that check against Bork. Here's a break. Pop trying to go. Just caught from behind. by Wilson. Now fires it on net anyway, and it's blocked. Brian Propp almost a complete break-in. Weimer, a screen shot. It is wide. And Chicago forced to clear it out. The Bruins getting their skating legs in the second period, carrying the play. Tying it up 1-1. Poulin checks Graham. Graham wheels away, gets it out. Troy Murray, a long shot wide. A long rebound. And Doug Wilson out. The shot blocked by Moe because he screamed that on the follow-up. And the Bruins clear it out. Again, it will be icing. Ray Bourque tried that one up. Propp couldn't get it.
Well, he fired it so hard, Brian Propp thought better of it, stopping it with his foot.
Following the game, stay with TV 38 for the continuation of the Massachusetts Easter Seals Telethon. Join your neighbors in support of Easter Seals and their pledge to give people with disabilities the power to overcome. Face-off in the Boston end, 8:17 left. Here's Propp almost going.
Maybe played a bouncing puck. He never gave up on it. The defenseman missed it. It's just a great desperation by Wilson to knock it away.
Creighton on the draw, one for Galley as the Bruins got the face-off. Neely trying to move it out. Noonan hustles, keeps it in. Neely trying to jam it out, does. Down to the Chicago end. 8:05 left. Yorny winding up. Hoggood is out at left wing with Janney and Neely. What a chance for Hoggood. Neely, a crushing hit in the corner on Conroy, knocked him flat. Creighton checks Neely. Hoggood in deep, trying to get it, gets it to Janney. Janney holding, trying to make the playoff. Stopped by Creighton. Creighton trying to clear it out, stopped by Neely. To Janney, in front. Hoggood can't get it. Neely can't get it. The Hawks break it out. On the attack, Thomas over the line, holding, looking for a trailing. Creighton puts it on net, a kick-out save with Noonan lurking right there. Creighton wheels it back in front, stopped by Janney. Janney up the boards, not out. Doug Wilson, a screaming shot wide. Bob Murray, a shot deflected wide, loose back in front. Noonan jamming, slammed by. Here it's back for Bob Murray, blocked in front. And the Bruins, with a pile of players in the crease, are able to stop it. There was simply Bruins bodies all over the place as Murray fired that one in. Chicago did everything but score there. 1-1 the score, 7:11 left in the second period as Chicago put on its best spurt, maybe of the game and certainly of the second period.
Certainly a surge that you got to figure they've been laying dormant for a while. There's the play that makes it all happen. That one clear out to Murray back at the point, but Andy Moog gets to see it. Thomas, a vicious swipe at Moog's glove. That creates a little heat around the crease.
Derek, I would not label one guy, but when Hoggood is in his end as a winger, I don't know, things seem to happen for the other team. When he's in their end, close the gates.
Well, he's an offensive player.
No question about it.
There's no doubt about that. Greg plays the puck. And when the puck is coming to you, and you don't go and take it, but it seems to bounce your way, everything's fine. But when it doesn't, just an awful lot of pressure. Craig Janney's the same way in his own end.
Right. So you have two
there's three
not
or four
good defensive
right,
players
but
there.
They are the worst defenders that they glide waiting for the puck. They have to go and get it. They've got to take their man more.
But when they're in the other end,
everything happens.
Look out.
Because they're very, very offensive minded.
It's Bourque getting it now, clearing it out. This will be icing. It's falling down with Byers. He couldn't get it. And the Bruins have iced it a couple of times now in the second period, but the shots are 15 Chicago, 14 Boston, and I'd say overall in the second period, the Bruins have outplayed them. They've been helped by some power plays, and they scored a power play goal by Craig Janney to tie it up. Larmer in the first period for Chicago.
Well, it's kind of a very well played game, but it isn't that exciting game. The 2-3 flurries that have really come about were broken plays. And this will suit the Bruins fine.
Poulin wins the faceoff. Around the boards for Byers. Bourque. Drive, save, Cloutier, rebound, Byers. He can't quite get it, and Cloutier able to tie it up. And Boston on the attack as Byers almost followed that one up, and Cloutier just able to tie it up.
Great hustle by Byers. Then he had something to say to Jocelyn and Lemieux as well. But right here, Ray Bourque coming across. All he's going to do is look to pick up somebody, that he can use for a screen. And when it gets deflected like that, Byers jumps through, chops it, just gets into Cloutier's glove. Doug Wilson nearly stepped on the back of his head trying to get to Byers.
Does Spence, the dog, watch the games and react to your comments?
Yeah, it shakes his head a lot.
Which way?
Which way is the truth, right?
He agrees when you analyze those fights?
Sure he does. He's a
Derek.
Bruin dog, Spence.
Face off on the Chicago end. Gould went for the net. Missed the net, missing it. Behind the net is Cloutier. He's out of there, and the Bruins can't capitalize. Troy Murray covers and drills it out. Could be icing. It makes it. Not quite. Graham down, a hit on Wesley. Around the boards, a hit on Bork. A shot here and a save from the left side by Moog. A great one. That one drilled by Larmer from the left side, and Andy Moog ready for it.
Andy Van Halen's going to check the glass out. Brian Propp and Yanni bumping into each other, but I think the glass in the end zone just a little bit out of whack.
With the score of Boston 1, Chicago 1, you're on TV 38 at Chicago Stadium. And we have a delay while they repair that glass. 6:23 left, second period, 1-1 the score. And remember that old TV series, Suspense? Well, this is just Spence. And Derek's dog is getting closer to wanting to come in. He'll be at the door as we follow Spence. There he is. What kind of a dog is that?
He is an Alaskan Malamute. And Sandashi Kennels up in New Hampshire is where I got him. And, you know, it didn't cost me very much, but it cost me $10,000 for a fence to keep him in the yard.
A fence for Spence.
A fence for Spence. It cost me a fortune, that dog.
He didn't ring the bell there,
No,
though.
I know. I get a little disappointed in him. Maybe, see, the cameraman's looking at him, filming him, and saying, listen, dummy, aren't you supposed to let me in, see?
We're going to stay on this story, though. Stand by.
So, see, Spence is confused. If someone's standing there, they figure they're going to let me in.
Play on the way, 1-1 the score. Noonan down on Wesley. And Creighton 2. The Bruins get it to Carter. Carter takes the hit. Bruins trying to move it out. Can't do it. Now they do. Wesley bangs it to center ice. And it is Thomas clearing in. Stopped by Moog. Excellent goaltending by Andy Moog in that last surge by Chicago. Bruins break it out. Christian over the line. Trying to move in. Knocked down on the play. Noonan back checking. The puck cleared out by Chicago. Picked up by Creighton. Creighton checked by Carpenter, and his shot pops to Wesley. Wesley up the boards. Bruins can't move it out. Chicago pinching in, and it's running, stick-handed, moving, shooting, blocked by Wesley. And a breakout by Carter. Carter to Carpenter. To Galley. Cleared by Galley into the Hawk end. Icing called on the play, and quite a supply of icings by the Boston Bruins, but why not? 1-1, they're not here to put on the show.
And it certainly, when you have this many stoppages in play, that also takes the crowd out of the game. It's that if the Hawks had surge after surge and up and down hockey, they get excited.
Stoppage. I thought I had you off that word. I mean, that's a... Clarence Campbell put it in the rule book, and a lot of announcers use it.
And you just loathe it. I know that.
Yeah. And
Sorry.
now you're picking it up.
I made a mistake, Fred.
Sorry.
Wow. Both feet jumped on me with both feet once again.
Hoggard is out there. Hoggard on the faceoff. Broken up by Lauer. Shot over the net from 35 feet directly in front. Rona keeps it in. Pass in front. Blocked. And the Bruins clear it out. Poulin is on. Prop. Hoggard. Poulin trying to move in front. Can't do it. Taking over is Larmer. And let's put it in perspective. It is Greg Hogwood on defense. And
yes,
Greg has seen plenty of action. He's on defense with Jim Weimer.
See what he does, what he brings to the hockey club is offense every time he's out there. The threat, the potential of offense, the potential of getting a goal, whether it be left wing, right wing, center, or when he's playing back in defense. He moves the puck quickly. He's a very heady player. He's the best carom passer I've ever seen. He plays the puck off the boards to people a lot better. John Carter had Craig Janney earlier on a breakaway. If he hadn't been able to softly lay it off the boards to him. The only one on the team that can do it consistently is Greg Hogwood. So
here is Poulin and Prop, the Philadelphia connection out there, and Duras on the right wing. The puck is cleared in by Yorny. He spilled back for it, Ray Bourque. And a hit by Van Dorp. A clean one on Bourque.
But see, Andy Moog's got to get the puck better for Bourque than that. He just can't deflect it into the corner and have somebody 220-plus pounds coming on you. The goaltender's got to handle a little cleaner back there.
Doris trying to get it free, can't do it. Bourque jamming it. 3 Bruins over on the boards. Troy Murray trying to get it free. And a whistle by Van Hellemond to keep the game in control, not let it explode. 4:24 left, second period. And the Bruins have tied it on a power play goal by Craig Janney, set up by Neely and Carpenter, after Larmer from Lemieux and Wilson made it 1-0 Chicago in the first period. The shots total 16 Chicago, 15 for Boston. Face-off coming up to the right of Andy Moog. Creighton out there. Brian Noonan on the right wing.
So, in summary here, you give up Ken Linsman, Bob Joyce, Casper Miller, free agent, number 3 draft pick, number 3 draft pick, Barry Peterson, Jeff Courtnall, and you get Brian Pop, Poulin, Gold, Christian, Carpenter, Weimer, Galley, Lemelin, Neely, and Wesley and Moog.
Noonan keeps it in, moves into the corner behind the net. Still battling for it. Noonan wheels around the boards. Checked all the way on the play. Tries to move it back. Blocked by Bourque. Bourque for Prop. Prop almost sent Janney and Neely on a 2-on-1. Bourque a great hit on Thomas. Knocked him down. Heavy hit. Puck back. Thomas. Conroy in front. Knocked away by Bourque. Not cleared out. Prop fighting for it. Bruins hemmed in by this line. Creighton in the corner. Down goes Bourque. Hawks keep it. Bourque back up. Tries it on the other side. Neely and Conroy. Oh, a heavy hit. Neely got the better of that. Fails to clear it out, though. Thomas a shot. Tipped by Creighton. Saved by Moog. Bruins hard pressed here. Great save on McGill by Andy Moog. And this line led by Creighton and Noonan put plenty of pressure on the Boston end.
Noonan just recently brought up, just playing very well for the Hawks. When they set him down, I couldn't understand it. Mike Keenan is a great believer in maturity. But I thought he was a pretty fine hockey player myself.
He is number 10 out there, very much involved in
Watch this shot McGill gets away if you want to see a quick little shot. Just snapped it. Nearly handcuffed Moog. Caught him in the midsection and blocker. Alan Peterson taking his man to the boards.
And we've had a lot of that. Heavy contact. Roenick out now on the faceoff with Carpenter. 3:28 left, second period. 1-1 the score. Murray inside the line. And Carpenter wins it for Galley. Galley runs out of skating room. Puck kept in. And moving is Larmer for a shot that missed the net. Big chance there. Galley failed to move it out. Puck kept in, and a wrap-up by Moog as he was able to trap it on the side of the net. Gilbert trying to get it on the centering pass, and Moog tied it up. And now this is 2 shifts where the Bruins have not been able to clear their zone, and some talented players out there.
It's almost like they just want to get the period over with and start the third period or something. There's 3 minutes left in this one. The Hawks have really started their press of late. Jeremy Roenick. Carpenter won that face-off on the second bounce. Well, he almost won it. So things are... You can't let this continue. Someone has to just go take it.
Face-off Poulin out there now. He gets it back on the boards. Weimer around. Bob Sweeney able to pop it out. Bob Murray fires it back in near the net. Taken over by Wesley. Larmer after him. And this is icing.
See, Wesley could have gone one step farther and laid that puck onto his backhand and then cut it up the middle. What he tried to do was curl and then snap it. Nobody skating across for him. Nobody doing anything. They're just kind of floating and gliding. Okay, Wes, you got it. You carry it.
And now to Gene Levanchi, preview of our second intermission.
Okay, Fred, it's back by popular demand. Yes, between tonight's second and third periods. Bruins fans, ask Derek. Salem, New Hampshire, and Providence square off in the Bantams division of mini one-on-one, and we'll check out today's schedule in the National Hockey League. Right now, back to Chicago with Fred and Derek.
Now the face-off coming up, Poulin against Troy Murray to the right of Andy Moog, and Mike Milbury has to be concerned about Chicago able to keep the heat on, and back to Wilson it goes. Wilson, a screen shot deflected wide. Runs Poulin, trying to move it out on the boards. Carpenter is checked, tips it out to center ice. What momentum here for Chicago. Right back in.
Bruins still haven't gotten it over center ice in the last 4 minutes.
Wesley harassed, broken up by Larmer and Graham. Poulin back to help out, can't clear it, kept in. Larmer trying to put it in front. In the corner, Butler behind the net. Troy Murray pops it in front. And Graham fires it across. It's all Chicago. Murray a shot, missed. Graham trying to sneak it in. And Moog battling at the side of the net, finally able to tie it up.
Steve Larmer diving all over the building trying to draw a penalty to no avail.
We have now gone through 3 shifts.
Yeah,
and the Bruins are
it's getting
sagging.
scary. I mean, what you got to understand is that the Hawks are jumping on all loose pucks, all bouncing pucks, and winning all those little battles. The Bruins are coming up with one great defensive little poke check, stick check, man check after another. Pucks eventually getting loose to someone, and the goaltending's coming up with a big move. That will not continue to happen. Either the Bruins take charge, get it out of their end zone with some authority, and set Chicago back on their heels, and they're going to get one.
All right, here's the Milbury combination. He has Poulin at center, Prop on the left, and Neely on the right.
Well,
See if they can slow down Chicago. 2:11 left in the period. Galley behind the net, up on the left boards. Yarny able to keep it in with Noonan, a shot deflected wide behind the net. Poulin trying to move it front, can't. Thomas drops it in front. It's blocked. It is kept in by Conroy's shot, save, rebound. Creighton.
Adam Creighton shot it into the stands.
Unbelievable. A great setup for Creighton on the rebound of the hard drive from the left point by Conroy.
Well, everybody here in Chicago wondered what happened to Adam Creighton in the last month right there. Poulin blocks it. There's 3 Bruins, but it goes to a Hawk. A quick snapped-in shot, the rebound right there to Creighton, and he shot it over the crossbar. Oh, poor man. I mean, he's saying to himself, what do I have to do?
Shot it into the stands for the faceoff outside the line.
Oh, yeah, directly, but it had to go over the crossbar.
Gianni is on. Gianni breaks. Coming up is Prop. Pass over on the boards. Prop going for it. Checked by Conroy. Gets it to Gianni. Broken up. Creighton back for it. Creighton checked by Prop. And Gianni. And Neely. Can't move it out. Bork keeps it in. The Bruins finally get some attack going. Hawks clear it out. Noonan with it. Noonan taps it over the line. Battling Galley into the corner. Bork there. Trying to move it out. Bork now, and the Bruins clear it out. Galley misses icing. 1:12 left. Yarny back to touch it up. And the Hawks are up to 20 shots.
This is not farewell going into the dressing room either. Mike Milbury, I mean, he'll certainly point it out to them, but the last 6 minutes of this period, it's just been horrendous. They've been surviving those 6 minutes.
Up to that point, the Bruins had the edge in the second period, helped by power plays and the tying goal by Gianni. Larmer scored for Chicago in the first period. But the Bruins have to crank it up. Roenick against Carpenter, and generally Carpenter has been winning these faceoffs against the rookie. Gets this one back. Bruins can't capitalize on it. Roenick gets it in front for backhander, and he missed the net. Wide to the left of Moog. Kept in now by Roenick again.
1 minute
Pass
to play in
block.
the period.
Bruins trying to clear it out. Penalty on Boston. Let's see. It's on. Weimer looks like he's going. Moog throws a poke at Larmer. Well, Boston wouldn't need 2 men in the box at this point.
I think Steve Larmer's played a great hockey game today, too. Worked very hard. He's taken 3 or 4 longer shots than I would have liked to have seen. He was wide open.
Holding Weimer. Power play Chicago. 58 seconds left in the period.
Doug Wilson's been tying his skates up all night. That's the 4th time tonight he's bent over to tie his skates up.
2 minutes for holding.
Got to get it right, Doug, between periods.
Boston
Moog, a shove on Larmer here. Well,
Just let him know, because Larmer's around the net all the time. They get to meet each other quite often. Andy Van Helleman and Andy saying, take it easy now.
well, the only break here is if it's good news, bad news. The Bruins can ice it without getting a face-off if they can get.
And Andy Moog pushing Larmer like that gets this crowd back in the game, too.
Poulin against Troy Murray in the Boston zone. Bork is out there with Wesley. Bob Sweeney. Little jousting, Larmer and Wesley. Bruins win it. The clear by Bork. Blocked by Doug Wilson. Bob Murray. Not much time left in the period. Around the boards, Bork able to backhand it out. And that's the break Boston has, if you can get the puck. Down to 40 seconds left. Deep forechecking by Poulin. Bob Murray starts it back. Doug Wilson wraps it in. Bob Murray. Poulin able to backhand it out. He flicked that one out of the air.
Picked it out of the air.
Puck over the line. Wesley trying to chop it out. Stopped by Larmer. Into the corner. Around the other side. Doug Wilson. Bob Sweeney go for it now behind the net. Bork trying to clear it out. Bob Murray, great play to keep it in at the line. Gets it into Troy Murray behind the net. Troy Murray trying to make the play in front. Wesley clears it up. Poulin can't move it out. He takes the hit from Bob Murray, would like a face-off. Time runs out. So Chicago, in that final 58, they fail to get a shot. So Bruins play better shorthanded.
Yeah, at this point.
Clears it over the line. Winding up is Jeremy Roenick. What an exciting player he is. In the mold of Dennis Savard. But back goes Bork to get it and clear it away. Bob Murray has to dig back for it. He's on with Wilson.
This crowd's getting excited again. They want something to happen and happen now.
Roenick clears it in. Larmer into the corner. Wesley there. Bounces back for Doug Wilson. Wilson to Roenick. Roenick broken up. And it's cleared away. That's Bork who broke him up. And Bob Sweeney clears it. Bruins change up. 20 seconds left on the power play. In deep, Peterson. All right, Thomas lunged after him. But the Bruins clear it out. Gary Galley. Carpenter and Christian, the four checkers. Hawks break. Shot by Graham. Missed. Shot by Wilson. Save. Oh, and a heavy hit on Moog. As he made that save, and he's down and stunned on the play. Boy, he caught that puck and got plenty of puck.
Andy Moog is bad. Wiped him out. Watch it here. The shot from the point. He's playing it. There you go. I've got it.
Graham.
And Dirk Graham just come across and wrapped him.
Well, that's part of the contact in the game. That's the way it goes.
Very, very unfortunate, but Dirk Graham going for the puck as well. Couldn't get out of the way because of Gary Galley. I know Andy won't see it that way, because your intention is to stay, you know, clear of people. He stayed away from Galley, and then he ran out of room. Andy came out to take the shot.
That is the only shot Chicago had in 2 minutes of power plays, after surging in the Boston end for about 6 minutes at the end of that second period.
Mike Keenan, look, that's about as much as he's going to smile. He thinks that's great.
Face-off in the Boston end now. Moog taking plenty of time getting ready and yelling at Van Helleman for sure.
Well, I know Andy's mad at him, but now he's explaining to him, all right, Andy, if that's the way you see it, fine. He couldn't get out of the way. He can let that one go. I think Andy knows that. He was out of his crease. Not happy with it, but he's okay, so that's good.
Carpenter and Troy Murray. And it's one for Chicago. Shot deflected wide from the right point by Yorny. Around the boards. Knocked out by Christian. Back to the Boston line, Galley. A clear away. Yorny with it. Somehow the Bruins are going to have to create some attack and not spend the time in their half of the ice. Galley around the boards. And the Bruins break it out. 2-on-1. one. Christian is open. Here comes Carpenter over the line. Shoots. Blocked. Score! Carpenter on the rebound. Bob Carpenter with the follow-up. Put in his own rebound to make it 2-1 Boston.
Since Andy Moog was hit, the Bruins picked this up a little bit. John Carter ran Wilson over along the bench. And you could see the speed in the legs. The jump was in the legs, and then things went their way. Carter kicks it off the boards, out to Carpenter, and he's got Christian. Right there, giving up the middle a little bit too much at the blue line. Goes down. Cloutier doesn't get to see that. Gets deflected. He can only put his left leg on it. Bobby Carpenter wraps it. Post to post. Big goal, Boston.
The Bruins take the lead for the first time in the game. Bob Carpenter on the breakout. Put in his own rebound.
Carter get an assist? Should.
Wait for the official call on the assist. Doris banging into the corner against Wilson. Now Prop in front. Quick shot. Score!
Davey Poulin.
Poulin from Prop to make it 3-1 Boston.
Well, that Philadelphia connection. No fooling with Poulin. There's a quick turn of events. The Blackhawks just were all over the Bruins this last 6 minutes. Whatever Mike Milbury said to him between periods was helped out by the hit on Moog. Prop behind the net. I mean, right there, Poulin. Quick release. 3-1. Chicago will now, I believe, get very physical.
The first goal, Carpenter, is 24th of the year from Galley at 137 at 150. It is Poulin from Prop. And we'll check the other assist. And the Bruins quickly take a 2-goal lead. Ray Bourque controlling. Ayers in. Saved by Cloutier. Chicago coming back with a clear in by Troy Murray. Back for it, Wesley. Trying to move it out. Doris checked on the play. Conroy moves in, loses it. And the Bruins break it up. Poulin again with Doris. 2-on-1. Poulin holding. Doris! Broken up by Cloutier. As the Bruins had a 2-on-1 break there. Back comes Troy Murray. Cleared in. Knocked away by Moog. A wrestling job over on the boards, and the Hawks fans want a call. That was Peterson as he went after the forward, Lemieux. Galley pokes it in deep. Boston leads 3-1. Carpenter and Poulin. The scores. Murray. Shot. Save. Moog. Chops it around. Stopped by Doug Wilson. Stopped by Janney. Goes near the net. Roenick wheels on the boards. And it's up on the left side. And Wilson able to keep it in. Intercepted by Janney. Janney up for Neely. Maybe a 2-on-1. He has to chase it deep. Gets it for Hoggard. In. Shot. Save. Oh, Hoggard walked right in. A beautiful feed from Neely. Larmer over the line. Shifts in. Shot. Great save. Andy Moog. Larmer walked right in on that one. Wesley starts it out for Boston. 3-1 the Bruins. A long shot as Mike Milbury wants a change. Puck bounces to the Boston line. Wesley breaks it up. A lead here. Bruins actually could be 5-1 at this point in a couple of breakouts they've had. The Hawks, of course, just simply going all out. A steal here. Here's Byers. Stopped! Stopped again! Lyndon Byers all alone in front. And Cloutier made the saves, and the Bruins are squandering some marvelous chances. Noonan takes it. Play call outside. 4 minutes into the third period. 3-1 Boston. The Keys.
Tremendous opportunities. And the Bruins expected to be hit. They haven't been hit as much as they thought. Their discipline is there. Chicago goaltending is suspect. Not so in the last couple of minutes. Some great saves by Cloutier. And they've taken the crowd out of this game, I think, pretty well all day long. Not much for them to cheer about. But they really would have been taken out of the game those last 3 occasions. Hoggard and Byers. Tremendous opportunities. And Lyndon Byers put a great move. Watch Lyndon Byers. Now he owns Cloutier on this. He gets it. It's a nice play by Bob Gould. He's got him right. He freezes him. Now he's got him moving. Just got too much going on. He curls, gets back. Just couldn't get it up. Right here, Andy
Larmer.
Nice little move there by Larmer on Neely. There's the wrist shot, left leg save.
On the goal scoring, Carpenter is 24th from Galley at 137. Poulin is 15th from Propp and Duras at 150. And we discussed just what Mike Milbury should do on his lineup. And so out comes Janney at center, Hogwood on the left, and Neely on the right. Well, they had the lead at the time.
Yeah, and he's got the lead. He's not worried about that. And it is. They have to pay a little more attention to each other out there defensively. Not that you put them out there, they're going to get a goal against them. You just got to pay a little bit more attention to the points and their checks when they're out there in their own zone.
We haven't seen Don Sweeney, who took a rugged hit from Troy Murray in the second period. And Hogwood has played a bit on defense. Peterson is hit. Byers gets it out. Bork breaks over the line. The play called offside. And with the score of Boston 3, Chicago 1, we're at Chicago Stadium. Boston goals by Janney, a power play by Carpenter and by Poulin. Larmer for Chicago. Roenick winding up. Cloutier has kept them in the game. And Gilbert keeps it in. Tip shot. Roenick got a save by Moe. Andy Moe. Tremendous goaltending there. Bork de-helmeted with a wicked hit. Gilbert, Bork, Roenick, Peterson jam it up.
Gilbert and Bork. You said right there's a tip in right by Roenick. Peterson buries him here. Up over Moe. Side steps. Now Bork's turning. Gilbert sees it. He's got about 5 steps to go for it. A little bit much on the elbow, boys. Andy Van Hellemond letting a little bit more go here in the third period.
And a 2-goal lead. Not enough here at Chicago Stadium. The Bruins have squandered those 2-1 chances, at least 3 of them, to add to their 3-1 lead. And Chicago simply going all out. Boston will probably get more. Carpenter gets it to the corner. Bruins basically win it, but Doug Wilson moves in to keep it in. Knocked down by Christian. Presley behind the net. Trying to set up Troy Murray. Broken up by Carpenter around the boards. Presley checked by Carter. A jam. Bob Murray had a face-off called. Bruins 3, Chicago 1. Back in a moment. Troy Murray on the face-off with Dave Poulin. McGill back at the point. Bruins win it for Galley. Poulin has won most of his face-offs. Galley bangs it out. Poulin trying to control the Kent. Graham right back. Stopped at the line. Poulin trying to play it back into the corner. Wesley trying to drive it out. Stop. Now it's out. And with it, Brian Prout. He set up the Poulin goal. Away for Galley. Trying to move over the line. Doris in ahead of it. And the play offside. But the Bruins will take those whistles, slow down the Chicago attack, keep the crowd out of it, if possible, as they were chanting, "Let's go Hawks." 14:41 left in the third period.
Well, now the Bruins they want to eat the clock up, but they want to eat it up with some aggression. Dave Poulin, excellent on the faceoffs again tonight. Right here, misses it the first time with a bounce, stays on it, and then dumps it through. Troy Murray, very good on draws as well.
Poulin stays out there, and now Noonan on the faceoff.
Youngsters out there watching. Watch the linesman or the referee's hand.
Poulin wins it for Bork. Bork broken up. Breaking over the line is Thomas. And the play offside as he was spilled on the play. Thomas anticipating the Bork pass, committing himself.
No one heard the whistle, the crowd too loud. Brian Propp handling the puck. The linesman saying, no, Brian.
Good play by Thomas.
Yeah, stepped in, anticipated well. There's a little trip that Dave Poulin got away with.
And that forced the play offside. Janney is out there now with Neely and Hogwood. Weimer, the clear all the way to Cloutier, so it's not icing. Around the boards, Janney moves on it. Puts it in front, intercepted by the Hawks. But at center ice, Bork breaks it up on Noonan. Back comes Thomas over the line. Stopped by Hogwood. The follow-up on a shot on by McGill. A save. Conroy keeps it in. Playing the Boston end. Hogwood trying to get it. Weimer Weema can't get it. Creighton with a big reach, keeps it in. Now it's poked up the boards. Hoggood there. Hoggood moved it outside. No, not outside the line. Now the Bruins get it. And Janney breaks. Janney with Neely over the line. Just a move at the line. Bork was coming up to make it 3-on-2. Boston leads it 3-1. Back in a moment. Now jamming.
Neely and McGill. Adam Creighton throws the shove in. Hoggood sticking up for Janney.
Well, there goes Hoggood and Creighton. A feisty. That's the only word to describe Hoggood.
Greg Hoggood, not afraid of anybody.
I think he's going out along with Creighton. We'll see what Van Hellemond calls here. Boston goals by Craig Janney on a power play, by Bob Carpenter on his own rebound, by Dave Poulin set up by Brian Propp, and Steve Larmer scored for Chicago in the first period. It is 3-1 Boston. We'll be back in a moment. Mike Milbury using everybody. Don Sweeney has not returned after that heavy hit by Troy Murray. We saw Hoggood briefly on defense.
I know Don Sweeney, you get hit like that, you feel okay for a while. It's the numbness, the shock sets in, numbs the nerves for a while, and then it starts, you sit on the bench for a shift or two, and it starts to tighten right up. Better to go take care of it, make sure everything's all right.
Teams at full strength. 13:45 left, third period. 2-goal lead for Boston. And here goes Byers and Manson. No, Byers and McGill.
Van Dorp
again, a second. I tell you, I got to give it to Lyndon.
Thank you. About time, Fred. Lyndon Byers, all he did was tackle him around the knees. Byers can fight, and he can play. Unfortunately, he gets there. He had a great opportunity. He's had a nice game. He's had some chances today. One stellar opportunity that was robbed by Cloutier. Now Van Dorp and Byers, I believe, would be gone for the night. Both going to the dressing room, probably 5 and 10.
5 minutes for fighting at 8.
The Boston Bruins going into this action, leading 3-1 now in the third period, have a 6-point lead in Buffalo. They both played 67 games, so same amount left. Bruins have a game in hand in Montreal, and Montreal 8 points in back. We're looking at Mike Milbury behind the Boston bench. Van Dorp and Byers, second time.
Second time, they both got 10-minute misconducts to go along with the majors. That's them for the night.
Bob Sweeney is at center for the Bruins. For Bork. This one deflected. Oh, and Bork is taken down by Sutter. Oh, if somebody had to see that one. Simply took the stick and pulled his legs right out from under him as the puck went in to the bench. I tell you, Keenan is a brutal coach. I mean, to have a player there, the whistle had blown.
Bork's caliber.
Nothing going on, and he just took Bork and
now Sutter
him.
is talking to Bork.
That is brutal. But Keenan down 3-1, so that's what he's going to do from here on.
Try to
hope he
distract
gets a major.
Hope he can get some kind of retaliatory penalty so the Bruins will be penalized, but
well, we got matching penalties
now
here.
Discipline comes into play. Ray Bork kept his cool.
Bruins lead 3-1. Back in a moment.
Your screen. There's the kick out the legs right there. Johnny on the spot. Kenny London. Now Ray Bork's keeping his cool. No one saw that. I think that's where the linesman should have some.
Nobody saw it.
Some authority to call those.
But Ken London did, and Ray Bork stays on the ice, keeping his cool, works it free now for Wesley. This shot blocked into the stands on the deflection. The Boston team this year has been marvelous at that. How pointless it would have been for Ray Bork to go banging back at Sutter. He would have gotten the penalty, the only penalty. A power play for them, and maybe Bork out for 5 minutes or so.
And any young high school player out there, and I know it bothers you, it's embarrassing, someone knock you down like that, a cheap shot, push you around. Well, what happened there with Ray Bork? It's an example for everybody, youngsters playing this game. Keep your cool, do not penalize your team with some silly retaliation.
Bork clears it in as the Bruins get the faceoff. 13:20 left in the third period. Boston leading 3-1. Thomas starts it out, picking up Graham. Over the line for Graham. A shot deflected wide at Moe. He pounces on it and gets the whistle. Again, good strategy for Boston. Tie it up, take the draw. The Bruins, Carpenter and Poulin, much more effective on faceoffs, and Bob Sweeney now moving to a center position. We're looking at the boxes.
Penalty boxes. Fans are looking up at an altercation in the stands. I hope it's not Billy Skinner and Ron Dowd. They're up here from Boston for the game.
Noonan on the faceoff with the Poulin. 7 minutes played in the third period. It has been a long 7 minutes, but the Bruins have 2 goals and lead it 3-1. Noonan, McGill, blocked wide, kept in by Conroy. Galley took down a man. It was Presley. Moves it up the board, stopped by Conroy. Checked by Duras. Fought for in the corner. Heavy action. Galley trying to get it. Nobody can get a handle to it. Bruins trying to get it and clear it out. Can't do it. Kept in by Sutter. Presley. Finally Poulin. Can't clear it out. Stopped by Conroy. Checked by Duras. Finally the Bruins clear it. Poulin coming. Play a trip behind it. Hargood was tripped. Would have been a 2-on-1 for Boston. And the puck cleared in. Cloutier gets it. The Hawks start out. Clear in by Presley. Sutter on the boards. And Duras breaks it out. His pass is stopped. Poulin breaks it up on Roenick and clears it in, and Mike Milbury making quick changes. And about 8 minutes played, third period, 3-1 Boston. Doug Wilson's pass blocked by Gould. Wilson on the loose puck again. Over the line, Gilbert hustles in deep. Checked by Weimer. Stops, cuts, knocked down. Janney there, Weimer around the boards. Gould trying to move it out, can't. In deep, Gilbert trying to put it in front. Doug Wilson can't get it. Knocks it across for Roenick. Roenick drops it right for Larmer. Saved by Moog. He saw that all the way. And a faceoff called in the Boston zone. Boston in front of Chicago, 3-1 at Chicago. Janney and Creighton, 11:40 left in the third period. 26 shots Chicago, 22 for Boston. Noonan out at left wing. Manson, Wilson at the point. Clear-cut win by Janney. Neely trying to chop it out, stopped by Wilson. His shot tipped wide on the play by Thomas. Gould trying to clear it out. He's checked. Manson keeps it in. Peterson, a hard hit on Thomas. Janney wheels it around the boards. The Bruins may have a breakout. Neely coming. Gets it to Janney. Janney with Gould open. Moves it for Gould. The shot missed the net. Janney puts it back in front. And nobody there to collect. Steal inside the line by Bob Gould, who's on with Janney and with Neely. And they almost paid off there. Gould hustles after Noonan, forces him back. Winding up is Creighton. Now to Manson. For Thomas, but he's offside. Face-off call, 10:53 left, third period. Bruins lead it 3-1.
If you just tuned into us, Bruins had 3 golden opportunities just at the start of this period to make it 5 or 6-1. Great saves by Cloutier. Then the chippy stuff started, slowed the game down somewhat.
Bob Carpenter, a big scorer, put in his own rebound to make it 2-1. Dave Poulin made it 3-1. The draw to Wesley, to Christian, to Clarion. Presley back around the board, stopped left point by Wesley. Plays the boards. Didn't want it blocked in front. Conroy trying to move it out. Does. At the Boston line. Wesley fires it off the boards. Collected by Carpenter onside with Christian open. A Christian save, Cloutier. Oh, what a stop he made there. 3 times Christian has been robbed. Beautiful play by Carpenter. Faked the shot, set him in front. The Bruins clear it back out to center ice. Larmer drives it in. Back for it, Bourque. Around for Carter. The clear out. Halfway through the third period. Larmer back for Wilson. Wilson trying to put it in front, blocked. Wilson puts it in front, blocked, and skated off. Carter out for Weimer. Weimer takes his shot, and it was blocked on the play. Winding up is Wilson. 3-1 Boston. Propp trying to check the play. Weimer over the line. Chicago is offside. 9:36 left at raucous Chicago Stadium.
Well, the story in this third period certainly has been the play of Jacques Cloutier. Right here, what these saves are bang-bang plays. That hits a glove to the post. See if you can pick it up here. Carpenter fakes the pass, the shot, slides it across. Christian gets it right there. That hits the glove to the post and stays out.
Alan Peterson to center ice. Cleared it in. Duras hustles in. Rolls to Cloutier. And he's able to get a whistle. 9:26 left.
Good hustle by Peter Duras there. Turned the Jets on, got Conroy, and then flipped up a stick.
Chicago was making the Larmer goal stand up. And then Craig Janney on a power play from Neely and from Carpenter. Then in the third period, Bob Carpenter breaking out on a 2-1, put in his own rebound. Dave Poulin set up by Brian Propp and Peter Duras to make it 3-1.
A lot of credit to the way this club's been playing lately. I know you don't see many goals by Peter Duras, but what he's been doing is filling in on that right side whenever asked. A whale of a job.
The line is Poulin, Duras, and Propp. And the clear out stopped by Peterson. Graham trying to come back. Handed it to Galley. Galley clears it in the Chicago zone. Manson winding up. Pass for Lemieux doesn't work. Bruins Propp breaks it up. Manson starting the play again with McGill. Now out for Troy Murray. Troy Murray fires it in. Going for it. Lemieux. Pass in front block. And the Bruins break it out. 3-on-2. Poulin with Propp. For Propp. Shot blocked by Cloutier again. As Brian Propp was set up by Dave Poulin. And the Bruins would love to get just that one more goal. They've had the chances.
Watch this. You want to talk cool. Dave Poulin just waiting for McGill. He wants to turn him. Now he's got him turned. There's the play. Propp just never got good wood on it. He was in the tough spot. The puck came directly to the area between his legs, and the puck was too far ahead of him when he shot it. But watch the play. Now Poulin's just waiting to turn McGill right there. Propp tries to get it up, doesn't, and then he backhands right there. His rebound bounces, skips up in the air, and Cloutier catches it. That rebound would have gone in had Cloutier not caught it.
Greg Hogwood is out there at left wing with Bob Sweeney and Bob Gould. Weimer on defense with Wesley. Bruins win it. Weimer plays the boards, moves it into the corner. Larmer trying to come out. Around for Wilson. Up for Gilbert. Drives it to the corner. The rebound in front. The puck's off Galley and right to Andy Moog, and he ties it up for another face-off. There have been plenty of them as the Bruins lead it 3-1 after coming from behind to beat Chicago yesterday afternoon. A couple of goals by Cam Neely. A big performance by the Philadelphia connection, Poulin and Propp, and they have been prominent this afternoon as Poulin scored on a pass from Propp to make it 3-1.
Now there's no fooling with Poulin there. Keith is playing very sound in the center ice position, winning the draws.
This one banged around. Nobody has won it yet. And finally it goes to Wesley. For Bourque. Able to clear it out. Wilson's pass stopped by Gould. Gould back over the line. Clearing in. Winding up Thomas with Roenick. Bruins break it up. Gould into the corner. Holding. Fires. Save Cloutier. What a job he has done. Shots at 26 Chicago, 25 Boston. Back is Bork. After him is Thomas. Bork takes the hit to Wesley, to Hoggood. And Hoggood fails to get it outside the line. Kept in by Troy Murray. Noonan. Hansen. Shot is wide. Wilson. Intercepted by Hoggood. A lead, going for it. Neely couldn't quite get it clean. Takes down Cloutier. Janney with it. Janney holding. Scores! Craig Janney, a brilliant play. As Neely took a wicked hit in a collision with Cloutier, but put him out of the net, and Janney wheeled off the corner to make it 4-1.
Cam, that's a tough way to get an assist. If he gets one, everybody fell on top of his head. There's Wilson dumps him. Cam poke checks it there. Now he's under everything. Got the skate, I think, in the face. Cloutier's out of the net. Janney curls around Wilson. Now he waits. Kind of a poor goaltending effort there by Sutter. Oh, no, by Troy Murray. That's why he's a centerman, not a goalkeeper. Very poor left leg move with the puck.
Very big goal for Craig Janney to make it 4-1, his second of the afternoon.
Great play here to dump it out. I think it was Hoggood that dumped it out. Right there, there's the skate in the face. Janney gets it. There's the slide. Manson just couldn't get to Janney, who held it very calmly.
Well, Neely took the goaltender and Wilson out of the play. Janney, one-on-one, faked the other man and then beat Murray. So the two of them, they handled 4 Chicagoans.
Yep. Handily, I might add. But, I mean, really a weak shot. A very poor left leg skate saved by Murray in the nets there.
Janney from Neely at 12:38. Neely does get an assist, and it was Hoggood who flicked it out of there. A pop fly. 7:11 left, and the Bruins lead 4-1 in a bruising afternoon at Chicago Stadium. Manson trying to keep it in, but he was outside the line. Boston 4, Chicago 1. We'll be back in a moment. In there, question.
Where do the Blackhawks stay tonight? Maybe you'll let them go home.
Larmer moves in the corner. Drives it out to Roenick. Roenick a shot blocked by Galley. Bruins break it out. A 4-on-2. Neely with Janney. Not a good drop pass. Didn't quite work.
Just wanted to gain that blue line. It was technically an excellent drop pass. Just that was just outside the blue line. Got to get it in over that blue line.
If it doesn't work, it's not a good pass.
Well, no, Fred. Here's what we got to discuss. Technically, if it was done, a great pass. He stopped it, curled it, laid it still. Janney walked right into it. Problem was, it was in the wrong zone.
6:43 left in the third period. 4-1 Boston.
Goal scored by Craig Janney. Credit the assist to Cam Neely. Number 38, Greg Hoggood.
Now they're coming on. Now watch how nicely Neely does this. He's got to beat the guy's stick. The only problem is he advanced the puck. He was over the blue line before the puck was.
Craig Janney with 2 goals, and Cam Neely has 2 assists, and indeed Hoggood gets the assist on that last one. 12:38, deservedly so. Very clever play. A flick out.
Just a little flick out.
Pop fly.
When in doubt, shoot it out.
And not icing. Thomas over the line on Wesley. Check to the backboard. Kept in by Creighton. Rolls in front. And they wanted a holding call on Thomas, but none. Kept in by Presley. Presley shot around the boards. Carpenter on Conroy. Carpenter outboxed him. Made a great play. Took a tough hit, too. Oh, I tell you. Chicago. Here's one that looks like icing. Conroy cleared it in.
Great series right there by Bob Carpenter, Fred. You're right. He took... The Hawks lined him up with 2 runs from 10 feet away. Bobby anticipated both of them. Twirled on one, poked it up a little farther, twirled it up, got it out on the second one, and then avoided the second hit.
Hitting is great, but when you're down 4-1, concentrate on scoring or passing or something else. I mean, this is the final meeting of the teams. They're not meeting tomorrow again. Nothing to prove there.
Hitting is something that establishes something early in the game. You set a tempo and a trend. It is very difficult to hit for 60 minutes, especially 60 minutes for 80 games. You're going to have a ton of injuries if you do it all the time. You've got to, there's an ebb and a flow to the game, and you want to wake your team up and hit somebody, get things going. But you're going to knock somebody down.
One hit that really was a factor in this game was Sutter after the whistle on Ray Bork, taking him down, and that angered Bork, you could see. There's a break for Galley. His shot deflected by Bob Murray into the stands, and 5:49 left in the third period. Boston leads it 4-1. As
what seemed to anger the Bruins more than anything was the hit on Moog by Dirk Graham, and they wiped him off the crease.
And we'll be in Philadelphia Tuesday night, 7:30, TV 38, when the Bruins meet the Flyers. Homecoming for Dave Poulin and Brian Propp. That'll be interesting.
And it's not either move was not a popular deal in Philadelphia, so I don't know if they're going to cheer for the Bruins. I doubt it.
Well, the Bruins underwent a severe test today. When you can survive the crowd, the tactics of Mike Keenan,
the speed of the Hawks, the goal-scoring explosive power that they have,
and in point of fact, the Bruins should be up about 8-1 in this third period. Cloutier is, Keenan can't complain about his goaltender. Sweeney is pulled up. Troy Murray starts it out. St. Louis has taken over first place Norris Division, and that, of course, angered Keenan as much as anything. Hogwood back on defense, trying to clear it out, and stopped by McGill. His shot blocked by Moog and covered on the rebound by Bob Sweeney. Moog shaken up. Van Hellemond says, "You want a whistle?" He says, "No." "Okay, I'm back up."
He's just shaking his head, and how can you let that happen? Wiped out again.
Steal by Galley inside the line. Moves to the corner, puts the shot on. Cloutier knocks it away. With it, Roenick. Pass up, stopped by Galley. Cleared right back in. 4-1 Boston. 4:51 left here in an exhausting third period. Here's Gilbert taking Poulin down. Interference on Gilbert. Power play, Boston. Bruins lead 4-1. Back in a moment.
Doug Wilson curling for the puck. Poulin going in to check him. He turns right there. Not allowed, Mr. Gilbert, but you know, you're down 4-1. You do something silly like that, you kind of hope you get away with it. He didn't on that. He didn't that time.
Wesley forced back. Troy Murray and Creighton out there on the penalty killing. And away comes Poulin. But Christian stopped by Conroy. Now Troy Murray trying to wheel it out. Kept in. Poulin in front. Christian can't put it on net. Gets it behind the net. Plays it back to Wesley at the right point. A shot wide. Kept wide by Cloutier. Behind the net, Christian. Poulin back to Wesley. Wesley holding. Now into Poulin in the corner. In front. The prop to Christian. Boy, he made a pass there. What a nice, what a pretty play by Propp on that one. Couldn't pay off. Cloutier stopped it. Wesley had to move it right in. Blocked. Fed back by Poulin, and Wesley wasn't ready for it. 3:46 left. 4-1 Boston.
Poulin never react quickly to that one.
Hoggood out there. Picked up an assist and played a lot of hockey for the Bruins this afternoon. Conroy drills it out. 3:30 left in the game. A 3-goal lead for Boston. Hoggood lost it to Graham. Graham puts it across in front. Lemieux couldn't get it. Manson jams it into the corner. Looking for a face-off. It goes loose. Hoggood. Janney. Broken up. Larmer back for Yorny. Shot and a save by Andy Moog. That was a 3-on-2 for Chicago with the Bruins on the power play. Hoggood's pass blocked. Goes into the corner. Yorny checking the play. 4-1 Boston. 2:44 left. This clear out could be icing.
It is.
And let's update you on Spence. Derek's dog claims that he'll ring the bell when he wants to get back in the,
In the house.
Here we go with Spence.
There he goes.
There it is. Replay, reverse angle.
What a good dog. He's so bright. I want in. See, the cameraman confused him the first time. My wife Nancy will be happy that he performed properly.
A 10-bell performance.
A 10-bell. See, and everybody picked on me.
By Spence.
That's not the case. You were bad. You're bad.
Adam Aaron, Vice President.
Yes.
Hyatt Hotel Corporation here with us. And
Glad to have
smiling.
you, Adam. Harvard man.
And he's seen you play hockey for the Blazers in Philadelphia.
There's a hockey fan.
Over the line, Presley. Broken up, Bruins clear it out. McGill brought it back in. And a face-off call. 2:19 left as the stadium empties. And what is amazing here in Chicago is that standing room.
They dissipated, Fred.
Got to be 4,000 standing.
Yes, I mean, they have opted for the parking lot at this point.
It was full.
It was, believe me.
Bruins, Philadelphia, from the Spectrum on Tuesday night, right here on TV 38. This one deflected into the stands on a face-off.
You know, you take a look at the Bruins, and prior to, you want to see character. Did a road trip. We lose to the Islanders, and then Vancouver at home. Had 4 big points. Should have been ours. And just prior to a 6-game road trip. We lose the first one in Winnipeg. Now you've lost 3 in a row. Right? Everybody's breathing down your neck. Montreal, Buffalo to take you, and Calgary and Edmonton to take you out of contention for first place. They go and win 4 in a row. And then they win 1, and then they go back to Montreal and then back-to-back Chicago. A team with a lot of character, a lot of heart. They've got guys that do the jobs that are asked of them.
Craig Janney with 2 goals this afternoon and 1 on a power play. Bob Carpenter and Poulin with the other scores, big ones. Time now 1:42 left.
I think the Bruins aren't working here either. They're working hard right to the end.
Presley in pursuit of Hogwood. Icing as Hogwood is back. Not too many people could outskate Hogwood.
No, he's small but very, very quick. Powerful skater for his size, and a good skater. There's Ray Bourque, towel around to the neck. I think that's an indication he may be taking the rest of the night. Man on the bench, smile of satisfaction, very proud of his teammates.
Carpenter on the faceoff. He has a goal and an assist. Janney 2 goals, Neely 2 assists.
Glenn Wesley and Bourque a little pat on each other's glove.
Doug Wilson rolls it out. Roenick trying to break. Stopped by Hogwood. Cleared right back. Bounces for Carter and the clear in. 1:15 left. 4-1 Boston. To expand their lead. Best record overall in the National Hockey League. An outstanding season by the Bruins. Gilbert back to fire it in. Oh, out of the net. Gilbert jamming.
1 minute to play in the third period.
Wilson there. Creighton. Creighton puts it in front for a shot. And it is blocked on Roenick. Scramble in front. 50 seconds left. Moog able to tie it up. And a salute to Andy Moog. He has looked at 29 shots, only 1.
And that was a one-timer in the first period early that he was screened on, snuck through his legs. The job he's done again today. Goaltending makes up for so many defensive mistakes. I used to love goaltenders. I was fortunate enough to play with Cheers and Eddie Johnson. You know, you make a mistake out there at the other end of the building, and then on your way back, you opt to to go after the puck instead of staying with your man. That's 2 mistakes. And then you lose somebody in the corner. That's 3 mistakes. And then there's 2 great passes, and boom, there's a big booming shot, and your goaltender catches it, and you go over and say, thank you. And the coach never remembers it when the goaler stops it.
Big save on Manson. Pop trying to clear it out. Duras hooked down by Troy Murray. 35 seconds left. 4-1. The Hawks don't want to stay at that hotel tonight. They're playing now by 3 goals.
I think it's time to send them home.
Wow, man. Really, after Galley now, he's able to flip it out. 20 seconds left. Manson trying to move in. He's broken up by Poulin. Then a breakout for Boston. It is Pop. His pass knocked away by Lemieux. 7 seconds, that'll do it. A big win by the Boston Bruins. In a bruising struggle here. A salute to Andy Moog. First man there is
And
Dave
one goal
Poulin.
against as well. The Bruins very conscious of that for their goaltenders. And that overall run for the Jennings goes against Vezina Trophy.
Talent will out against the Chicago Blackhawks, and Mike Milbury.
Got to be happy. Magnificent job. Definite candidate for Coach of the Year. He just went 3 games against his #1 opponent for Coach of the Year, Mike Keenan.
And the Bruins win it with 2 goals by Craig Janney. Bob Carpenter, Dave Poulin, the others. Larmer for Chicago. Bruins coming on strong in the 3rd period. The total shots 30-28. 30 for Chicago, and only 1 beat Andy Moog. An outstanding job again by Moog, particularly the start of the game when Chicago had 6 shots in about the first 2 minutes, many of them labeled. The final score, Boston 4, Chicago 1. And Derek and I will be back with the Delta recap.
On left, Greg.